Hi everyone, my name is Ailis, and today I'm going to be running Klonoa. Woo! So, Klonoa has an unskippable cutscene at the start. There's 2.5 minutes, so we've spared you that. And we're going to start time on first input, as we normally would. So we will get ready with the time in 3, 2, 1, go! So Klonoa is a 2.5D platformer, which means there's like a lot of kind of like 3D worlds, but like a 2D character kind of shenanigans going on. We don't make too much use of it to start with. The game's relatively chill for the first few stages, and then we start doing some really wild stuff later on. You can see I've got like this little like guy above me right now. The enemies are called moos for the most part, and there's two things you can do with them. You can either pick them up like this and use them as a double jump, or you can throw them as an attack. So that's kind of how we like fight in this game, basically. Klonoa doesn't have any direct like attacks himself, but he will throw things around, and we can do some wild things as well by like grabbing moves, throwing them under us to get double jumps, and like kind of chaining those things together. Also, by the way, CBK's here. I completely forgot to introduce you.
It's okay.
They should know you already from the last run, right?
Yeah, sorry, this is boring me now. But yeah, I'm not a Klonoa runner, but I love Ailis, and I love how this game looks. This is awesome. Klonoa is adorable.
So here's a tiny example. I cut that corner just because it's a 3D world, and I was able to jump up onto that platform from the wrong side using a move. Easy peasy. We're playing this game on the Japanese version, but specifically the NAM Collection re-release of the Japanese version. This just happens to have the fastest loads. It's technically, even though it's pretty much exactly the same as the PS1 edition, it's got the best loads, even more so than using the PS1 disc with like fast disc speed or something. So that is why we can't skip the cutscene. In Japanese, you can't skip it. In other versions, you can. And now we're on to a tiny little auto-scroller. So CBK, how are you feeling about this game? Do you think it's cute? What's your opinion?
I think it's adorable. Like, at first glance, like the graphics quite like threw me off because it is kind of like somewhat 2D, somewhat 3D. But I do like kind of the low polygon. It's quite nice.
Yeah, see, they brought out a remaster of this game recently, but seeing Klonoa in this game but in full 3D is really weird to me. I can't cope with it.
Yeah. Have you played the new game?
I haven't, but I've watched people play it, and it just seems wrong. I don't know.
I'm tempted to try it. It's my first foray into Klonoa.
Yeah, definitely. Give it a go. It's a fun game. Don't let the fact that I get very annoyed at it on stream a lot put you off. The game has some really like finicky tricks later on. Right now, we're just kind of chilling, though. The optimizations in the first few stages, as I mentioned, are fairly like as intended stuff. So there's just really small things like you can kind of jump like off the edge of a cliff like that, which lets you get to this like wall break thing a bit sooner. It's like really, really tiny stuff like that. We're going to be doing some vaguely unintended stuff with the boss coming up, though. So every stage is split into two. So you've got like Act 1, Act 2, and then a boss. The acts bosses vary from really, really simple, like this one, to whatever the heck Gelg Bolm is supposed to be. He's not fun. We don't like Gelg Bolm. It's one of the hardest parts of the game, and I will definitely be getting very frustrated at that later. So this is Rango Lango. He has a big red weak spot on his back, and we are going to be hitting that as much as possible. And to do that, we are going to be taking some damage boosts. So instead of waiting for him to do attacks and to expose his weak point, we're just going to boost right through him.
Interesting boss design.
Oh, I lost that move, but that's fine. We want to get this one. Give me him. And that's the boss. Nice stuff. That was a really decent boss.
I love the boss music. It's like
oh, this music.
Really
this
good.
game has some bangers,
Yeah.
honestly. It is great. Also, we're playing without a memory card right now, just because it skips a message where it tells you, like, oh, do you want to save your game between every single thing? I do have a backup memory card just in case something goes wrong. This game has been known to crash a few times. Hopefully not today. Hopefully I've learned. This is RNG, whether this guy hits you, and he didn't, so that's good. If he hits you, you can fall off and die, so don't want to do that.
What's that egg?
The egg. Oh, the eggs are basically like containers that have, they have like things in them. So it might be an extra life, or it might be a like a little friend you have to rescue. There's basically like they're called Phantomilians because we're in with the land of Phantomile, basically. And one of like the 100% requirements for the game is to rescue all of them.
Aww.
So some of them are in those eggs.
That's cute. There's also, I see you get this little like clock in the bubble.
Those are checkpoints.
The
yeah.
checkpoints, okay.
So they're not technically needed, but, well, actually, there's a few checkpoint strats later on that we'll see. I need to concentrate on this room for one brief moment. So we're going for something called Leaf Cycle here, So there's like a leaf that's going up and down at the end that we use as a platform, and we want to catch it basically on its way down so that we can jump off of it at just the right point and get up to the exits. So here's the leaf, and there we go, we got it, easy peasy.
Nice.
Not too bad, but if you make any mistakes in there, it gets quite dicey. So yeah, checkpoints, we don't technically need them, but there are some strats later on that will use them. I just picked them up because, you know, it's literally free to do so.
Yeah, you might as well.
And it's a marathon especially. I don't want to die and go back too far. So I might pick up a few that I would normally avoid for speed reasons as well, just to be safe. Here's like a small strat. You have to get this moo all the way over here. Jump at very specific times to avoid, no, just slightly too far. So I wasn't able to use it to cut that corner, but that's fine. That's only like a second or two. So as mentioned before, like the early game, the time saves are really, really small, so
Yeah.
it's quite chill. And then we end up going into 3-1, and 3-1 is horrible.
There's going to be some glitches in this run as well, I believe.
Lots of glitches.
Lots of glitches.
Yes, big glitches. We'll talk about it more when we get there, but essentially the way that the game detects collision in walls is it's just okay. That's the best way to describe it. So here, we were in like a forest last time. It was all like dried up and not nice. And we've worked out it's because this waterfall's traveling the wrong way.
Oh.
So we're going to go fix that. Small like 2D, 3D thing here. You grab that moo and then, oh, not quite enough height there. That's fine. Don't shoot me. There we go,
Nice.
that's better.
Big old jump.
That one's not too bad. I've just been messing it up recently for some reason. But before that, it was just a little corner cut by using a moo to jump across.
Yeah.
This is somewhat tight here because we want to get a moo out of here. I think I've already messed it up. Yeah, that's fine. We'll have to do the backup here, which is all right. The backup's cool as well. I wanted to carry a moo all the way out here to skip this puzzle, but turns out we can skip the puzzle by doing this, so...
Oh, wow, nice.
Yeah, the water kind of pushes you away, so if you just, like, wedge yourself into it in that gap, you'll get stuck and then get pushed upwards. So
Nice.
it's a decent backup. Yeah, this stage is, like, really chill, honestly. The boss is horrendous, though. There's, like, RNG. On the way to the boss, we probably can get, like, a donation, maybe? If there's any, or any messages or anything.
Absolutely, yes. I mentioned just before this run started that there were prizes, but that's not the only reason people should donate. There is, in fact, a donation incentive for this run to play Blues Tower. We are currently $115 of 200, so people pull out your wallets and see what you can do to meet that. Explain a bit more for us. What does that mean?
So Baloo's Tower is basically like it's kind of like an end game extra stage. It's very short and snappy, but it's also very difficult. You get it for like getting all of the Phantomilions in the game, so that's why I have a save file for it. And basically, it's kind of like they looked at all the stuff that you could do with the movement, kind of stuff that speedrunners end up doing, and said, oh, let's just make all this required. You're welcome.
Yeah, I want to see that.
So coming up to the end of the stage here, this whole thing, we were trying to rescue this little dolphin friend. Her name is Carol. She's really cute.
That is so cute.
And now we're going to go beat up her mum.
Why? Why would you do that?
Her mum's been corrupted. This is Pam, a.k.a.
Pam from The Office.
Yeah, Pam from The Office, a.k.a. Cursed Pamela. So with Pam, what we're going to try and do is grab Seedorf off of her back, because he's the projectile we're using here. And we're going to basically be... like, normally you'd have to wait for him to jump off and grab him off one of these spike balls, but you can intercept him on the way. But this is RNG, depending on the attack that they do. Too early there. I have to be slightly careful with my health as well.
Oh, you got one heart. Yeah. Is that one hit? Is one heart?
It's two.
Okay.
Yeah, each heart has two halves, so... You also, because of how the screen moves around with the 2.5D aspect, you have to be careful of your screen angle as well. Oh, got him. Nice. Those fast ones are really hard to get it. But it's possible to just miss Pam if you stand like too far this way and stuff like that, because it'll shoot off to the side. Decent RNG. I messed up one hit, but like, other than that, that was a really good Pam fight, actually. I will take that.
Nicely done.
Oh, thank you for the applause, everyone. So, 3-1 is coming up. 3-1 is where the game gets really busted. Oh, I should skip cutscenes, huh? That's a thing. So, we're back in the forest. The forest is all green and nice and sorted now. And for some reason, that means that we can clip through a lot of doors. So, I'll explain it now while we're on the way, because there's a fair bit of explaining to do with it. But essentially, once you get yourself slightly in the wall, the game only detects collision every other frame or something along those lines. So by doing 1 frame movements, you can advance into the wall. So we're going to be trying that. It requires me to hold my controller in a really weird way. The way we sort of get into the wall to start with is if we jump against it whilst holding a move and then face a different direction, our hitbox like shifts into it. So that's what we're going to be aiming to do. Right now, though, it's relatively chill. There is an extra door clip you can do that I think... I mean, shout-outs to Amosa as well. Amosa ran this at SGDQ recently and did an amazing job at it and goes for some door clips that I just do not understand how you do that. Like, there's one, it's like, it's relatively doable on PS1, and then you try it on PS2, and it just barely functions at all. And so to the point where most people don't go for it, and Amosa just, like, nails it. So, yeah, shout-outs to Amosa. So this room here is where we're going to do the first one. This one doesn't save that much time, and I might die, which is why I took the checkpoint. We're going to need this bead. This is my favorite enemy in the game, by the way. I just think he's really cute. I don't know.
That's kind of cute. It's funny how the enemies just like
they just
blow
like,
up when
expand. Like. So we want to get slightly in this wall, and then we want to do these little 1-frame movements. That might be okay. Hey, first try. There we go.
Ooh,
Cool.
let's go.
That was the easier one, if you believe it. But
Still,
that one's the one where it's like it's so like weird and inconsistent that some people don't even bother. They just do the intended strat there. It saves such little time. Like I think I just about saved time with doing it that like fast. So. So this one is the more tricky one. We're going to try and get through a door, and there's a few different positions you can end up in, and each one determines a different outcome, and it's really hard to tell them apart. And even when you work out which position you're in, it's really, really difficult to do. So we want this move, I think. Yes, give me the move. Come on, please game. I just need the move. So I'm holding down on the analog stick and doing 1-frame movements with the D-pad, and then, nope, not quite. So we might be here a little while. That's not a good spot. This trick was ruining me yesterday in practice, so...
So you're trying to clip into the wall?
I'm trying to get on top first,
okay.
And then we want to clip through the door at that point.
Ah.
There we go. Cool.
Yeah, let's go.
I'll take that. I'll take that for a marathon. That's fine.
That was awesome.
So now we have the gauntlet. We want to take this move all the way through, and if we hit any of these spike things, it breaks. So what is normally a very harmless and not worrying section of the game is now horrendous because we need to dodge all these spiky things. Fortunately, we have vaguely consistent strats for this. So just standing on the opposite sides of those things, for example. But there is a section where there's just like a wheel of death.
Oh, God.
You have to stand in a very specific point. Yeah, you see this? And then get damage boosted this way, and then you can stand against this side and you're fine. Wow. So
my depth perception is all like off here.
Oh
like,
yeah, trust me.
Wild.
The game's depth perception is off as well. like,
I don't even know what's going on.
Do not trust the game to reliably interpret depth, okay? It's not a thing. So we did that literally just to hit this one box, to save us having to get this guy twice. So all that stress to do like a very small time save.
Worth it.
And now we have that big guy over there. He's chill.
Scary.
But yeah, the 3-1's gone pretty good actually. I'm okay with that. 3-1 is like a big reset point in a lot of people's runs, so
yeah, you're doing great.
not too. Ooh, let's not reset the stage. So you skip cutscenes by spamming pause, and I may have spammed it a little bit too much there, and then nearly like autopilot pressed the quit game button,
oh my goodness.
which would have been really bad. So let's not do that.
I know this is what you're running in. Is it Japanese? Is that the reason?
Yeah. So it's just because we're using the Nam Collection version of the game, which has the best loads, and they only release that in Japan.
Okay.
If there was an English Nam Collection, it would be like the holy grail because we'd get the skippable cutscene at the start plus the better loads, which would be amazing. We don't time the cutscene, but it would just do my sanity a lot of like a lot of kindness. You know,
must have watched that a lot of times.
Yes, it's like when you want to reset a run, but you know you have to sit through 2 minutes and 18 seconds of a cutscene you've seen like 50 times. It's very upsetting. So 3-2 reminds me of like a soft play area that you take kids to.
Like, it looks like a jungle gym kind
exactly,
of thing.
Yeah. That's the vibe it gives me. The whole like thing with this is that you have like this clockwork machinery in the middle, and we have to go and turn the machinery on to go up there later. There is actually a theoretical skip that bypasses some of it. But the problem is, even in the rooms that aren't loaded, the machinery isn't working until you activate the switch. So if it was, we'd be able to actually like skip this whole stage with a really complex set of like jumps and stuff. But sadly, we are not at that point just yet. This outdoor section's a little bit tight. We want to grab that guy, grab him, through there, grab this monkey if we can. Okay, I'll take the monkey here, whatever. That was fine. It wasn't too bad movement.
Jumps, they look really cool, like the jumping on the enemy.
Oh, you just wait. There's going to be some cool enemy jumps coming up later. Give me the bee, please. Okay, fine, no bee.
Oh, well.
We don't need the bee that much. The bee's not that important. The bee just skips this spring.
Okay.
Not that exciting.
Are the gems useful at all, or are they just kind of a collectible?
The gems, when you get 100, you get a life.
Ah.
And they're also, you have to get a certain number per stage for the true 100% requirement. So if you were running 100% as a category, you would be getting gems and Phantomilions, basically. So this is just like, the game introduces like these little explosive guys as like a, oh, okay, this is probably not going to make it now. Go, get out of the way. No, the door's going to shut. I knew it, I knew it. Please explode and get out of my way. That's fine. For whatever reason, like, sometimes it's really easy when you turn around to accidentally face like backwards or forwards, and then you'll throw the move the wrong direction. So this is a small example of what you have to see later. This isn't intended use, but like using moves to like chain together like that. You're going to see like a lot of that later on to do some unintended things. And also, if you get the Baloo's Tower incentive in, people at home, then you will be able to see me do a lot of it. Like, you'll hear a lot of wahoos, basically. So this is where we reactivate all the machinery and stuff. Nothing too exciting. It's just like a little puzzle that, if you know the answer, it just works. TM. Yeah, this stage has really good music as well.
Yeah, I do love all the music.
Not one of my favorite stages to play personally, just because, like, it's not a horrendously difficult stage, and there's not a huge amount going on, and it has the worst boss after it. So, I mentioned Geldbalm earlier. Geldbalm is messed up. Like,
there's no other. Difficult.
The strats we do for the speedrun are difficult. The fight itself isn't bad if you do it normally, but you can lose so much time on it. Like, I think my PB has like a minute of potential time saving Gold Bomb.
Oh, wow.
So this is what all that was in aid of, was just get this thing moving, and then all of these platforms as well.
Oh, it's a shame there's not a way to like, get around that noise.
So you can get around that bit, but then without the oh, also you run backwards here just because it's faster. So the problem is you can get up here, but the problem is then when you get to this room, the machinery is not activated, and this platform doesn't come down, so you can't get up there. So if we had a way to get up there from here without using this platform, then we would 100% be able to do it. But yeah. Also, Indiana Jones moment coming up. So, under this one, and I'm slightly slow, but it's fine, we got under it. Okay, cool. And now it gets really close to catching us, and then we managed to make it away. The coins are lives, by the way.
The coins are lives,
Yeah. If you die, it'll spawn more of them as well. So if you see like lots of lives, it's because the game has taken pity on me. I'm doing fine though, I haven't died yet.
Yeah,
there are some intentional deaths later, but... Anyway, this is Geldbalm. Look at him, isn't he great?
Wow.
Chompy boy. So, Geldbalm requires you to stand in very specific places and do some very specific boss hits, and I just messed up the first one, so that's great news. Now we're doing reverse Geldbalm.
Oh no.
Which is where you do the boss backwards.
So you gotta get the enemy inside.
Or do I? No, he went that way. Okay, I'm really confused what's going on now. Okay, that hits good. Now...
Is it predictable where he's gonna go?
Yes, it is. Well, somewhat. So actually, we're back on cycle now for some reason, which means this fight's going pretty well. So now we kind of like chill here. We wait till he comes right under us, and then we do this. Good. And then Geldbalm's like shield hitbox is a bit weird. Oh, I lost all the moves. Never mind now. This is very slow. I needed that move, but for whatever reason, he clipped Geldbalm's hitbox. And now he's gonna jump. I think no, he's gonna run. Okay, fine. This is fine. It's a little bit slow, but. As Geldbombs go, I'll take this for a boss fight. There we go. He's gone. Get rid of Geldbomb. Don't want to see him anymore. So yeah, ideally, when that move blew up, I would have grabbed it and threw it through his hitbox from the top. You can kind of throw it through the shield. and this is one of the weird differences between PS1 and PS2, is his hitboxes are different. So your strats for PS1 will not work on PS2 and vice versa. So that was the biggest like crossover for when I swapped to console for this game. So 4-1 has one of the cooler tricks, but also one of the harder tricks. I'm not a fan of this stage, but this first one's relatively simple. We're going to stand here, and we're going to do another wall clip. Get in the wall, Klonoa. Come on.
Ooh, ooh.
There we go.
Ooh.
There we go. Easy peasy.
Nice.
And we despawned the enemies as well, which is pretty good, because now I don't have to worry about them. There's normally tons of enemies there. Grab this guy, free a Phantomile, because why not? Freeing Phantomilions is annoyingly actually quite slow, but it's not too bad if you only get 1 or 2. If you get like 5 of them, it takes ages in the loading screen, because it has to like spawn them all in. So now we're setting up for the major skip of 4-1. This skip is horrible, and I needed that Moo, and he's gone, so that's fun. It's fine. We don't actually need him. It just avoids me taking damage there. So, we want to grab this guy. Do this. Get him as he respawns. Get that guy.
Ooh.
Oh, no. Nearly got it.
Ooh.
That was so close. Oh.
Nice.
The enemy was delayed spawning. That was really annoying. Now we have to wait. Oh, what? Okay. Oh, don't die, Klonoa. Come on. So this trick is like, it is what it is.
Yeah, it looks crazy difficult. Ooh. Nice.
Ooh, there we go.
Nice.
Cool. That was very close.
Let's go.
So yeah, that's one of the big relief moments gone. So that skips a lot. Even messing it up a couple of times, that would have saved time. The intended route there is very slow.
That was awesome.
Here, this stage is played relatively intentionally. We've got these like cool jumps at the start where you're kind of going down these big slopes. Also, the boss fight for this stage is an absolute banger of a tune as well. Nice. Very much looking forward to that. It would be a good time for like a message, maybe, if there's any like messages or donations or anything.
Absolutely, yes. We have been requested for an update on the incentive, and I am pleased to report that we have many donations towards it, meeting the target of $200.
Amazing. Well done, everyone.
First of all, we had $50 from Paulister, who says, "Hey all, your friendly neighborhood Paulister here. I just want to thank you all once again for showing up and supporting Crisis and UKSG. 5K hype! Woo!
Let's go.
We have $5 from Mrs. Hud601, who says, Ailis, it's so amazing that you've come to Glasgow on your birthday.
It's not my birthday.
Happy
No,
birthday, Ailis.
stop. It's
Everyone
not
in
my
chat wish a happy birthday to Ailis. I'm sure that'll be appreciated.
It is not my birthday.
We then have $20 from Lakis, who says, too many incredible runners to shout out all of them. I hope you all have a brilliant weekend and good luck to all of you. Love you all. Mwah.
Oh,
Thank you, Lakis.
And finally from Tiny Tim, we have $30, and he says, hey all, fantastic to be back at UKSG in person. Good luck, Ailis, and let's see that incentive. Cheers.
Oh, thank you so much,
Cheers
everyone.
to you.
And it's not my birthday.
It is.
So Law Time, a runner named Acebats, just decided that he would wish me a happy birthday every day, which he's done for a year, and now it's spread and everyone does it. So no one will ever know my real birthday now. It'll be really sad.
This boss looks scary.
Yeah, so this is Palladium. This music is amazing. But the way that this boss works, he's got 8 hitboxes, which is in theory 8 hits, but you can hit 2 at a time. The pattern he uses is RNG based on the remaining colors that he has. So the yellow one is the worst, which is why we clear those out, and we didn't get any yellows. Then like blue is like this like pillar thing, red is this little explodey thing, and green is the little like satellites that he shoots. But the yellow one's the worst. It spawns like a little enemy, which just like runs around and gets in the way and is annoying, and we just don't like it. So it's good to not see that. That was a really good Palladium.
That was quick.
So 5-1, we're going to do a trick that I only learned 3 days ago.
Let's go.
It's not too bad, though. It's not straight away, though. Also, shout out to Argic's favorite line. In the English version, there's a couple of characters here, and one of them just loudly declares that they're wimps, and that's why they're not doing anything about it, so... I'd forgotten about that till Argic mentioned it, because I play this in Japanese so much, I've forgotten the English dialogue, like, entirely. So So there are 4 sections for this stage with 4 orbs. You want to get all 4 of them, and we're going to do it in the same order I always do, just for consistency. All of them do something vaguely unintended, which is pretty cool. The red one used to be the most intended, but that's where the new glitch is. So shoutouts to Baelnor for finding that, and for generally being like an absolute legend of Klonoa speedrunning. So this is the first glitch we're going to do here in blue, which means we need to clip into the wall slightly, and then through we go. Easy peasy.
Pro.
That one can be really, really annoying. Sometimes you can drop down to the bottom or get stuck, so I'll take that. That was a decent blue clip.
That's good.
And now we'll do red. The order that I do them in is entirely just determined by where you spawn after you put them down. All that really matters is that you finish on either blue or green, which saves like half a second. So that's why I normally finish on green.
Yeah.
So red now has this new glitch. We used to just do it vaguely intentionally, but now I'll run through what I'm doing instead. So we are going to... first we take a damage boost. So this Moo here is going to damage boost us across this fire. We're going to jump back, we're going to grab the Moo, and we're going to stand on this once we've got it moving, and then we're going to wait for another bird to spawn. And then we're going to go... And I got it, sick. So what I just did there was I threw the Moo through the wall because there's no collision, and that hit a checkpoint on the other side, died immediately, and now I'm at the orb.
Whoa,
So,
that's awesome.
so little death warp.
Nice. That's the new one.
That's the new one, yeah. Also, small damage boost here through the fire, so you don't have to worry about using that enemy to do anything. Really convenient as well that that refreshes our health. It used to be that I'd finish red with like low health and then go into yellow and be very scared. But now we have the death warp strat. You finish with you respawn with full health, so super convenient because you do have to take a damage boost in yellow, and there's a couple of other places you can take damage. So getting to there with like 3 health was really scary, but now we get there with 6 or 5. So
Perfect.
So we'll be coming back here later, but first, oh, give me the Moo, come on. Don't get hit. So we're not actually going to go on the green path at all.
Oh.
At least not through there. But we'll do yellow first. So yellow is relatively simple. There's basically a section where it wants you to get a different Moo, so we're going to damage boost and grab him. And now we have a Moo here. We don't have to worry about that guy with the shield, which is good because the shield guy is really annoying to grab and really slow.
Nice.
So that is yellow orb. So green orb's going to use another death warp strat. It does require a little bit of backtracking. So we go back where we did before. And then there was a checkpoint that I left earlier on purpose because I wanted to use it to get more tries at green. Green isn't too bad, but I have kind of second-guessed myself and missed it a few times recently, so just being extra careful. So we'll get this for safety, and then we want to stand on that specifically so it starts going downwards. We grab this Moo, and then this barrier over here is supposed to stop you from taking a Moo through there. Anyway.
Wow. That works well.
It is a good barrier. I like it. It's my favorite barrier. So then we want to jump down here and throw this guy at that checkpoint in the background, and then we die.
Wow, nice.
And then we're just at the end of green. So
That's good. That's really cool.
yeah, this is actually one of my favorite stages in the game now. I used to hate it, but now I think it's really cool.
Got our orbs.
Orbs. And now we're on to my least favorite stage in the game. So 5-2 is pretty much entirely cycle-driven. The way that the stage works, it rotates between daytime and nighttime, like, constantly. So at nighttime, certain platforms will spawn, but then you can't pick up moves, they're invincible. So what I'm going to try and do is grab this guy and get rid of him, because I don't like him. He's not my favorite. I'll grab this guy without getting hurt, and then really quickly throw him at there and open that just before it goes nighttime, and then try and... Oh, I just got the jump, but I second-guessed myself. It's fine. We're just slightly slow, but we can still get on that platform. This doesn't actually lose any time if I get back here within a certain time period. Otherwise, I'd have to wait on the other side. Now we're internal. We're going to use this bird to go through this wall.
Another clip.
Cycles only progress when you're outside, which is important because when it goes from day to night and you go in and out of a door, it swaps them for some reason.
Oh.
So I arrived just when I wanted to there, because that means that I can use one of these moves to get through here. Otherwise, I'd have to wait for the whole night cycle, and it's like 7 or 10 seconds or something absurdly long. Like, you just don't want to be stood there waiting, basically. There's a pretty decent start to 5-2 so far. I was really worried about choking this stage. This stage is really annoying. The boss is also very annoying for this stage.
Looking good so far.
This section here is alright. Anyway, how you doing? You enjoying the game?
Yeah, I'm learning a lot. Like, I was just watching it all the way through and hearing you explain it. It's like, it sort of starts to make sense.
Yeah, especially if someone doesn't explain what's going on in this game, a lot of the stuff makes very little sense.
Yeah, like I watch Ailis like streams a lot, and I tend to like watch the visuals, and I don't really know what's going on, but it looks really cool.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the game is like deceptively simple. I remember when I first like looked into speedrunning like ever, I saw like a forum post where someone said that this game was too simple to be an interesting speedrun, and then someone like definitely proved them wrong. So.
Oh my goodness. What made you want to pick up this game as a speedrun?
I loved it as a kid. Like, so much of my speedrunning motivation was driven originally by like nostalgia for games as a kid. So, like, it was just a game I loved as a kid. When I found out that the speedrun was like really like deep and cool, I really wanted to learn it. And I actually learned it as a 12-hour challenge in the end. So I learned a basic route for this game in 12 hours, which is really cool.
Oh, nice.
Just got to concentrate for a sec, make sure I get these platforms good. So now there's going to be something I'll need a little bit of quiet for, just because it requires an audio cue to know if I'm set up properly or not.
Okay.
So we'll head out here. Basically, there's a seam in the wall. It's going dark. I need to go back in. It's fine. I thought I'd have to do that, so I'll be quiet. I think that's it. Yeah, we go. Cool.
Hey.
So there's just no collision there. You can grab the move through the wall. So you have to listen out for the little bonk sound when you hit a wall. If you don't hear that, then you're in the right spot. And that's going to be the end of this stage. Just this one last little section. This section's just like a big like, oh, you thought you were done? now you have to now you have to jump over the fire, over the insta-kill lava. Have fun with that. There we go. And we are any minute now going to be onto the boss.
Yeah. That went pretty smoothly.
Outstanding. There we go. Cool. So the boss is Joker. He's appeared in pretty much every cutscene up until this point, but we've skipped them all.
Oh.
So this is him. This is
Ooh,
Joker.
It's quite scary.
He's the Joker, baby. So Joker is annoying. There are some really cool strats you can do by manipulating where the camera is in relation to your 3D model, but that's nerd stuff. So I'm just gonna do it the normal way, because the thing with like this one is that if you miss, it can really snowball out of control, because then you don't have any moves left. You have to wait for them to respawn. It can be really slow. And the time save you get from doing like fast kills isn't always that great, so I would rather just do the consistent strat usually. So now we're in the magical Leopleurodon section, and basically it's nighttime now, which means all the enemies, just like the last stage, are invincible, which means we can't throw them at him. So what we need to do is instead, don't fall off, Klonoa. Okay, fine. Very nerve-wracking. We need to turn all of these platforms back to yellow, and it will go back to daytime. So the quicker you can do that, the better, basically. It's not too bad in this phase, but in the third phase, his like attacks like ramped up, and it's really, really annoying. Especially if you're near the edges like that, and the enemies get in the wrong positions, you can nearly fall off and stuff. Okay, get out of here, Joker. Got him.
The character designs are just so... The enemy designs are just so like,
They
simple, but
very
really
cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay, Joker, come on. Where are you going? Come on, come on, come on. There we go. That was like max range.
Nice.
Like, if he's right the other way on the other side, you won't hit him. The move will blow up before it hits him. So
Okay.
you have to be super careful about that.
What's he going to turn into?
Magical
Same thing.
Leopleurodon.
Oh, same thing.
Yeah. Are you a fan of Leopleurodons in general? Do you approve?
I'll be honest, I've never heard of one before. Is it a dinosaur?
Yeah. I mean, I only know about it from Charlie the Unicorn, so... Also, if you like clear these in like a string, you get like health back. You get like little health pop-ups, which is cool. Wow, I avoided getting hit there. I thought I was definitely taking a hit, but whatever. So the last phase isn't too bad. We just have to hit him twice. But yeah, this fight just takes so long. And it's possible to die on the last phase and then redo the whole fight. So let's hope that doesn't happen. Oh, the move intercepted me. Great, cool, thank you. Okay, there's one hit. Where are you going, dude? There we go, cool, got it,
Yeah,
right.
let's go.
So that's Joker done. Lots of cutscene skipping. It's a miracle my start button still works. So, the next two stages we're not really going to engage with at all. So,
Oh, spooky.
My splits for these stages are skip the whole level 1 and skip the whole level 2. So, both of them have like the kind of same vibe as 5-1 in that you've got like a 4-section thing going on with different things to open up different sections and stuff like that. You're meant to go through them sequentially, but instead what we're going to do is take this move through this door by clipping, which is not intended. I'm doing it very badly at the moment though, so maybe we will do this stage, who knows. Come on, Moo, get in that doorway.
Get in there.
No.
No.
So this one's dependent on the angle of the camera, which means if you are too... Please, Klonoa, please? No. If you're too close to it to start with, it will not work. So this is looking better. There we go.
Ooh.
Cool. Right.
Squished.
So now the move is through. It was a bit slow, but it's whatever. So now that's gone through, what it wants you to do is go through and open up all these doorways by hitting these crystals and opening these totems and things like that. But if we have a move here where we're not supposed to, we can just jump up here, which is where the end is. So
Nice. Well, this level's pretty.
yeah, it's really nice. It's a shame we don't get to see any of it. It's a really pretty stage.
Oh, egg.
Yeah, the pulsating egg down there. That egg's going to be relevant later.
Oh,
Yeah.
excited.
We'll talk about what's in the egg later. It's the mystery egg. But yeah, that's 6-1. 6-2 is similar, but it's much more difficult. It has 4 sections. We start one of them, then we skip to the last one, and then we skip to the end. So, and then we have the worst boss fight in the history of boss fights.
I know.
It's just RNG. I hate it. I'll go for a really hard strat on it, but whether I get it or not is entirely up to the game. I have no control over it. So yeah, like basically there are 4 sections, and each one you finish takes you back to this section. So all those gaps I jumped over, it's supposed to bring one of these platforms up onto it. I will take a safety checkpoint here, just to be safe.
Yeah, might as well.
We'll take that one.
You got full health. You're good.
We need to jump here, spawn this moo. So that was section 1. Over here is section 4.
Ooh. Let me do another clip.
There we go. That's section 4. Now this is concentration time. I need to go over here and spawn in the moos. Grab this guy, and then I need a visual cue from that guy. No, that was bad timing. That's fine. That's fine. We can go again. We can repeat. This trick sucks. Like... Ah, too early on the grab. That's fine. So what I'm trying to do is grab that other Moo off screen when he spawns in.
Ah.
And then use him for another double jump and get maximum height.
It's quite tricky because you can't even see what's going on up there.
There we go.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
That was awesome.
I'll take third try. That trick sucks. So, Ghadius. Ghadius is RNG, and he has 3 phases. And in an ideal world, we skip phase 3. But that's if Ghadius decides we're allowed to or not. So, first phase, he spawns in moos like this. And we want to get at least 7 hits in this phase. But it's RNG, the order the moos come in. So, that's 2. We missed 1 over there, so if I can get 3 on this phase, that's fine. Give me him, thank you. Okay, and now we want to get all 4 here. 3 will be acceptable, but 4 would be optimal. Yes. 3 is fine, actually. We'll take 3. Oh, no, we only got 5.
Oh.
Still potentially doable, but really hard. So I jumped out here to skip the cutscene of transitioning between scenes. So now we're in this phase. Ideally, he'd be like way lower health, and we could grab one of these guys and then wait for like this to come down. Oh, it pushed me through. I nearly got it. Oh, that would have been sick.
How many phases are there, or does it just loop? Like,
there are 3 phases, so we're going into phase 3 now.
okay.
The problem is phase 3 is the scariest one. Please get it early. No. Oh, no. He's going to spin it. Okay, I'm on 1 health. I need to be so careful. Okay, we got it. Fine.
Oh,
Fine.
that was tense. I was like, oh my goodness.
Scary boss.
Am Amazing.
I didn't get the skip, but it's whatever. I survived. I'll take that.
You got through the boss.
That's fine by me. I am not dead.
With 1 health, that was impressive.
Now, you asked what's in the egg earlier.
What's in the egg?
Behold, what was in the egg.
Oh.
This is Nahatom. Nahatom is the final boss. He has 3 phases. Then it's not the worst final boss in the world, but there's one attack that really, really annoys me. So Nahatom's phase 1 and 3 are based around grabbing moves and throwing them into cannons so that they can blow them all in one go. But this tongue is the worst.
Oh my goodness.
if you get hit by this like this, you have to wait for a very long time.
I wasn't expecting that.
So yeah, the tongue is very annoying. The hitbox is huge. If you're holding an enemy, you can't glide over it. Just general annoyance, but it's fine. We'll take it. I got through Gadius. I don't care anymore. Roll on the end of the run. Give me the move before it gets hurt. Thank you. There. We missed 1 hit because of that, which is annoying. But it's fine. We should still skip the next tongue phase.
So you've just literally got to just throw the moves.
Yeah. Throw the moves into the cannons. No, we are gonna have to deal with another tongue section.
Oh no.
You stay away from me. Oh, I got it in the cannon. Okay, it's fine. We're good.
Oh my goodness.
A bit of a slow phase 1, but whatever, you know.
Avoided the tongue, really.
Yeah. I was just demonstrating what happens. Okay, it was for the content. I swear.
Exactly. For the audience.
So now we get absorbed. So phase 2, we fight his inner face.
His face.
Apparently that is what everyone has. Look, I'm a nurse, okay? I know these things. We take a death warp here just because it skips the cutscene at the start of this phase, which is really slow. And as everyone knows, the inner face is known for firing lasers from its eyes.
As you do.
And having crystals.
What is going on?
Yeah, this is a kid's game. This is a game for children.
We're having nightmares tonight.
So we get all 4 of these. And then there's another phase on this bit. There's phases within phases. Which is this other one. It only takes 2 hits, but it moves around like a lot, so. Oh, wow, I was too early.
Laser eyes.
I'm getting overexcited. Too excited to be here at UKSG, that's what it is.
Hi.
So basically, it's your fault, everyone. It's your fault I missed that shot. Come on, give me the crystal. Okay, there we go, fine. Ideally, I would have got that like at the earliest opportunity and it would have been faster, but it's whatever. Also, you can skip half of this cutscene, but not the other half, which is odd.
Oh.
You can't skip this bit.
You fizzle out.
But you can skip this bit. I don't know why. Anyway, this is phase 3. We blew him up from the inside, and now this is a kid's game, reminder.
He's not very happy now.
There's only, at least we're flying half an Nahatom.
Oh, rainbow. Is this the final phase?
Yeah, this is the final phase of the boss. So time is going to be when his health bar explodes. I'll point out when that's coming, don't worry everyone. I appreciate that's not exactly a useful prompt. Okay. So you can see the cannons are down there right now, which means you have to dodge a lot of stuff to be able to throw the moves. It's not dangerous in terms of dying, but it can be time consuming if you don't get like good patterns or whatever. You have to be very careful as well, because like it's easier to land the shots if you're closer to them, but the like death plane for the bottomless pit is a lot higher up than you'd expect it to be. So you have to be careful that you don't fall into it, basically.
Yeah.
Also, that one left is Baloo. He's the one whose tower we're going to go in later. Ah, I got him, nice.
Oh,
cool.
nice.
Oh wait, he's still trying to blow up the world. Okay. So time is going to be when the health bar explodes, which is now. Time.
GG.
Thank you for having me, everyone. That's been super fun.
Thank you very
44
much.
minutes, I will take that. And I believe we have the donation incentive as well.
Indeed we do. That has been met. You are to play through Baloo's Tower.
Okay, cool. Well, that's going to take a little bit of setup because I have to reset the console and everything. So,
course.
yeah, we'll see you for that in a second.